Hi, this is Margo with the Limitless You, and I wanted to share my story today in hopes that maybe it'll bring some hope and inspiration to somebody that might be going through the same things that I've gone through and some of the things that I continue to struggle with. Um, I was married for 15 years. I had a wonderful life. I had what people would consider the American dream, the big, beautiful home, in the nice neighborhood, the vacation home, the country club, the nice cars, the vacations. I was blessed to stay home and raise my three kids, and things, were great. But, in life, sometimes things happen and everything changes, seems like overnight. So I found myself in a position where I had to start supporting myself and I had to go to work outside of the home. This was very difficult for me because I had stayed home with my kids for 15 years, so I was out of the workforce. But even more than that was the fact that I do not have a college education. So I found that as I was going on job interviews, I was not considered for the job because I did not have a degree, or if I was considered for the job, I was not going to make the income that I needed to make because I did not have a college degree. So that was pretty devastating and overwhelming, and I just remember being so depressed and so discouraged. There were days that I would just lay in bed and not want to, wake up. I just thought, this can't be happening to me. But unfortunately, a lot of women find themselves in this position, and we have to just get up and we have to go out there. We have to make things happen. So I did go and I did find a job. I worked there for a year, but it was a low hourly rate, no benefits, working overtime with no pay. And I finally decided that I had had enough and I was just going to become an entrepreneur. So easier said than done. I thought of all the different things that I liked to do and thought, well, maybe I could try this as a business. And I actually did try two to three different businesses before one really kind of worked for me. Um, so when I finally found one that worked for me, I was able to work from home and still be there for the kids. And that was great. The flexibility was great. But being somebody without a college education, I became or I was very insecure about that fact. And so I had to go out and do networking events and introduce myself to people to try to sell my services. And it was very intimidating, and I felt so unqualified and so uncomfortable. But I found that as I continued to put myself out there and as I continued to step outside my comfort zone, I began to gain confidence. Another thing I learned was I started to learn things about myself that, I can do things that don't necessarily require a college education. So I used all the things that I knew how to do naturally, all the gifts and talents that I had, and I incorporated them into my business. Also, being a mom, we're really good at organizing and scheduling things and multitasking, so we have that benefit as well. So I even used, the skills that I used as a stay-home mom in my business, and that really helps it to run smooth and efficiently. So as I continue to grow and expand myself, there's still times when I feel really insecure and feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But I do, I go to coach a business coach, or I go to classes, or I go to seminars, or I read books and I try to educate myself on things. And I surround myself with a group of people that are positive and that are life-giving, and they encourage me and listen to me and believe in me, because it's really important to have a group of people like that, to have a support system when you are a single mom. It's easy sometimes for people just to say, oh, she's a single mom and she's working and stuff like that. But it's if you are a single mom, it's really hard to juggle a lot of these things. And, you want to be there for your kids, but you also need to put time into your company. So I have just learned that, you have to persevere, you have to be persistent, you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. And, and I just also believe that God has given all of us gifts and talents, and we need to use them, and some of those things can be transformed into businesses that are very profitable. So I just want to encourage all you single moms out there, if you're struggling, just look in the mirror and believe in yourself, because I know that you can do it. There's a limitless you inside every single one of us, and it can be done.